freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?
Patriots, this is Secret Service Sam. Welcome to Samson's World. This is Secret Service Sam. This is Samson's World, where court, comedy, culture, and your world collide. Collide. How are you guys doing out there? I feel good. I knew that I would now. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So good, so good. I got you. Wow. Oh, man, I'm feeling good. Come on into the chat. This is Secret Service Sam. This is Samson's World, where everybody is invited to the table. Everybody is invited to the table. Oh, let me get... Okay, sounds good. I have somebody who's going to come on. Let me post in the chat. I always do this. If anybody wants to come on and talk some shit with me, you're always more than welcome. If you agree, if you disagree, whatever your pleasure is, Secret Service Sam is here for you all the way to the bank. Welcome, everybody. We are broadcasting live on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We are doing what they call killing it. Now, let me post this. I'm going to send an email because I'm going to have some people maybe come on the show today. I have to do a little bit of a quick one today, you guys, because my youngest son, Charlie, is in the film festival today. He made a film in the festival, so I got to make sure to be there for that. There's a red carpet. There's all kinds of stuff happening. Let me just get this link so I can share it with some people. Come on into the mix. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody come together. Learn to love one another right now. Right now. Right now. Boom. Welcome here. So it is a beautiful, fabulous Friday. I just got done. Actually, I'm so excited to announce this. I don't know if I can announce it. I'm going to announce it anyway. I just did my first report for the Midas Touch podcast. They are the #1 network podcast in the world. I'm so excited about this. If you guys don't know, Dr. Oz, freaking shitty Dr. Oz, went into this beautiful Armenian community, and he tried to say it was fraud, like Nick Shirley did. He tried to pull a Nick Shirley early, and he tried to drive into this neighborhood. It's in Van Nuys, an Armenian population. He's like, look at all the fraud, all these hospices, and they're not real, and it's all these, healthcare, it's not real, and this bakery, it's not real. I went into the damn bakery today, and I interviewed the people, and they were so sweet. They couldn't have been more welcoming. The market was beautiful. The desserts were beautiful. I got some Casa Amigas tequila jalapeno, which I've never even heard of that kind. I love that Blanca, but it's some Blanca with some jalapeno, a little spice. You know how I like it. Then I got some like fruit tarts. I got an Oreo, a little piece of cheesecake pie. It was delicious, man. I'm so excited about it. And I just can't believe it's honestly kind of a dream come true, because I got to meet Ben Meesless at a Christmas party. And I said to him, uh-oh, we have 69 people in the live feed. 69, dude. I'm embarrassed to be Jewish. I know, inhumane. Sometimes I do. Even further, I'm just embarrassed to be American sometimes right now. But you know why I'm not? Because there's still hope. There is always hope. I saw a great meme where people are like, in Star Wars, you sided with the resistance. in Jurassic Park, you sided with the scientists, not the dinosaur. I don't know. I'm losing it. But the point is, in today's society, we're choosing dark over the light. And I'm all about light. I'm all about pressing peace. I've had some really nice conversations. Again, I figured out how to crack the code with Americans who disagree. Start off calling each other names. You know, some people call me a beta male soy boy. You know, call me a fucking moron. Somebody called me an anti-American cuckold. Somebody said I work for George Soros. Somebody called me a Moloch whisperer or worshiper. I don't even know what that is. Somebody called me a whiny pussy and Trump is your daddy. I don't care. Get all the names out of the way and then come to the table and let's talk like Americans, because guys, we need to start communicating. I teach my kids this all the time. You know, I've had problems. Haven't you ever had like a friend or somebody who you had a falling out with and an argument, and you have so much history, you know? And sometimes, look, I'll be honest. I always say some friends, you know, I'll tell my son, it's a one-way road and you've already been down that road and it ends in nothing good for you. So sometimes, you know, you just got to be peace, move on. But, you know, I don't believe on giving up on any Americans. I mean, there are some people you just can't reach, but I am squashing the aisles. Get rid of the aisles, freaking push them to the side, come to the center and talk to me. I'm not red. I'm not blue. I'm red, white, and blue. The white is important in that middle because that's the peace flag. That means I surrender to peace. Better than Republican. Yeah, you know, Chris, a little bit ago, I would have agreed with you. But now it's Democrats and Republicans are the problem. It's not us. And they've convinced it's us. You know, they've put us like crabs in a freaking barrel and they're just watching. Look at them fight. Look at them fight while we trade stocks and make millions. That's what it is. Don't trust any politicians. Trust your eyes. Now, this is a crazy day in America. Don Lemon has been arrested. He is a journalist, an independent journalist, and also Georgia Fort was also arrested today. Let me show you. The FBI came to her house. This is just like me. I told my wife, I'm like, I filmed protests. I remember back in, I think it was 2008 when Michael Brown was shot. I was in St. Louis. That's where I'm from. And I filmed people. They stormed into a police station. I got pepper sprayed, but I wasn't really storming. I was documenting the storming. And it just makes me think, could I have gotten arrested now? Because it is our First Amendment to film. It is our First Amendment. Lemon crossed the line, dude. And well, did he? I don't know. That's what I'd like to know. Now, let me show this report. And I would say maybe some of the protesters, if we're saying crossed a line, but again, you know, I think it angers people that there was a pastor, right? If you guys aren't familiar with what happened, it was a church in Minneapolis and some protesters went inside, disrupted the service and and then Don Lemon was in reporting on it, right? And what the irony is because the pastor at this church works for ICE. So let me just ask anybody out there, if you're a Christian, I'm Jewish, if you believe in the teachings of Jesus, what would Jesus do? Would Jesus turn away immigrants? Would Jesus, I don't know. I can't imagine if Jesus came back, which I really wish he would because we need him to clear a lot of shit up. But I feel like they would just deport Jesus or put him back on the cross because Jesus would say, wait a minute, no, these people are coming to our country. They're escaping death. They're looking for a better life. So come, my children. I accept all of you, right? Am I wrong? Are those not the teachings of Jesus? Somebody said Don Lemon has never been a journalist. Well, you know what? Neither is Sean Hannity, but I will give him credit as being a journalist. And let me say this. Had this been Sean Hannity or Jesse Waters or Greg Gutless Gutfeld, I still would be saying the same thing because I can't stick up. I stick up for free speech. Remember when those guys said Jews will not replace us? You know, the Charlottesville pathetic white dudes. I'm Jewish. That really hurt me. Has Megyn Kelly ever really been a journalist? Exactly. And the answer is yes. I don't like her. She's worthless. I probably dislike her as much as some of you dislike Don Lemon. But guess what? If Megyn Kelly got arrested for reporting, I would be just as livid. Even though I can't stand her, I realize it's important to protect hate speech because it's free speech. And once we start limiting our free speech, once we start limiting our reporters where you can arrest them, and the point is, guys, it's not whether or not you think Don Lemon is a good journalist, a journalist at all. He's not a journalist. He's a glorified social commentator, podcaster, nothing more. Well, what are we all? Right. But then what is Joe Rogan? What is Bill O'Reilly? What are the Morning Joe guys? Like, they're all the same, right? But they have the freedom to do it. Like Bari Weiss at CBS, single-handedly ruining CBS. Remember, my name is Walter Cronkite, and this is CBS News. You know, Tom Brokaw. I mean, it really, what'd you, Muhammad, do? I'm not even sure. Don Lemon needs to go to jail. Now, if you think Don Lemon, oh God, deport all Jews and immigrants. God, what did I do? Cold 338. It's amazing I put these comments up because, hey, come on the show. Cold 338, come on the show and tell me to my face that you want to deport all Jews. Please do that. Here is the link to the podcast. Come live on with me now. I will let you on and express your opinions, and let's have an adult conversation. Don Lemon has a journalist degree from Brooklyn College. Yeah, I mean, guys, he's obviously a journalist. He worked at CNN. Fake news. They're all fake news, guys. I hate to say it. The only real news is independent journalism like this, is like myself. Because who can you trust? I'm not being paid, even though all the haters say it. Get them all out. But who is all? So you want all. And what are you, Cold? That's my question. And why don't you come on the show? If you feel this brave to talk shit about my Jewish people and immigrants, that come onto the show and say it to my face. Because that's a funny thing about it. It's like somebody's like, yeah. Well, come on out to the parking lot. I don't want to fight, but talk to my face. Say it to my face. It's so easy. All these keyboard warriors, oh, yeah, I'm going to tell Sam. Tell it to my face. Let me hear your voice. Let me see your face. Let me see your eyes. I dare you. I dare you to come on the show and have a decent conversation with another American. He is propaganda and used to be racist. I don't know. He's black. Not a lot. It's hard for black people to be racist sometimes. You know, I mean, of course, there's reverse racism and everything, but shit, I don't know if you're going to win that argument. Wasn't the same defense Democrats said was bull for all the January 6 people they went after. Now it's great defense for Lemon. I think there's a little difference of, if you guys saw it, tell me where the violence was that Don Lemon created. Cold, I gotta be honest with you. If you're gonna keep saying anti-Semitic stuff, man, I can't keep giving you light. I shouldn't really. Does no one like the video? I don't know what that means. I don't think so, dude. You don't think so? What, Roadrunner? Hard for a black person to be racist? Are you fucking serious? No, black people, of course, everybody can be racist. But the thing is there's been so much racism culturally in America against the black community for hundreds of years, literally, that, you know, for white people, it's like, come on. Don't be such a snowflake in the comments, please. It's just as easy for blacks to be racist, stupid. Okay, thank you. Oh, just such snowflakes in here all day. Good luck finding another Charlie Kirk. Not a fan of him, but Secret Service him. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they will find another Charlie Kirk. But that's funny you mentioned this because Nicki Minaj, guys. Okay, Nicki Minaj is your new girl. Hey, Roadrunner. Later, white boy. That's funny. And somebody said Jews are not Americans. Okay.
Weak ass, motherfucking clown ass, motherfucking nigga bring you the fuck down. Makes the motherfucking noise. Cause you niggas are so fucking weak. Y'all got the audacity to be intimidated by a bad motherfucking queen. and get your motherfucking feelings hurt. But it's all
Nicki Minaj,
motherfucking
your
cake.
MAGA girl.
Cause Barack needed a Michelle, bitch. And Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches to stroke your motherfucking ego.
Black people are the
you,
most
nigga.
racist. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Did black people have a terrorist organization called the KKK that lynched people and tortured white people for centuries? And do you know about the Oklahoma, the Tulsa race riots? Do you know about Black Wall Street? Do you know about Lake Lanier? Like, yeah, I'm not so sure about that. So come back to me. Let's get some education. Yes, let's work together on something. Can you guys believe Nicki Minaj, this video just surfaced? She literally says, get you a Michelle. That's a real woman. Get you a Hillary. Not sure if I agree with that. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Before I say it, all you guys are going to say Michelle's not really is a man. But then she says, no, do you want a dumbass Melania? Dude, can you believe this? And now she's kissing their asses. So again, Nicki Minaj, I just like people who keep it consistent. You will not find any videos of me online saying, oh, yeah, I think this way, and now I'm totally this way. The one thing I pride myself on, I am Secret Service Sammy from day 1 to day 1,000. But listen to this.
You niggas want brainless bitches to stroke your motherfucking ego. Well, fuck you, nigga.
Ooh,
With a motherfucking Melania.
a mother of Melania, dang. Yes, no, the KKK, it's not been centuries, but my point is slavery went on for 400 years, funky Texan. So I don't know if I'm weird for that. I mean, the KKK is pretty well documented, you know, and that's what's funny too. Why is the KKK not a terrorist organization, right? Women in India have it bad. Let's help them. I agree. Let's help all women. I support all women. Now, here is something, if you guys are wondering, everybody's saying Don Lemon, oh yeah, lock him up. She woke up and found out she was being misled by her own party. Don't bet. She just got that Trump $1 million. But I thought you guys want all, don't you guys want all illegals out? Answer me in the comments. The MAGA, you want all illegals out? Well, Nicki Minaj was illegal. They literally gave her $1 million Trump card and made her legal. I'd eat her ass like a cupcake. There we go. Now we're getting someplace. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to monetize on that. God, I wish Democrats could have just taken the L and not started. Yes, that is very true. Thank you for that bit of history. The Democrats were in power when the KKK was started. That's why I'm not a Democrat. I'm not Republican. I don't fucks with either of them. She is illegal, baby. Billy Ray, what's happening here? Now, people are wondering, did Don Lemon, are these charges going to stick? They keep saying lock him up. And guys, we should not be encouraging to lock up journalists, right? Don't you want to have free speech? Even if it's something you don't like, it's hate speech, we still must support it because this is America. We are one of the few places on this small little planet that has freedom of speech, and it's so important.
Charged with conspiracy to deprive rights, interfering by force of someone's First Amendment, and those First Amendment rights. What do these charges suggest to you?
So these are charges that I have indicted, but not frequently. No federal prosecutor uses these with frequency because they require, in the case of the civil rights charge, a level of intent. In the case of the FACE Act violation, which applies to reproductive health care clinics as well as to religious spaces, it requires the use of force or intimidation. And let's just be clear about something. No jury will convict on these charges unless there are unknown facts about.
Okay, did you guys hear that? This is a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I just play one on TV. I'm a comedian. But here is somebody saying that these charges will not stick to Don Lemon. Does anybody Does
as
anybody
well as to religious
think differently?
spaces,
Please let me know in
it
the comments.
requires the use of force or intimidation. And let's just be clear about something. No jury will convict on these charges unless there are unknown facts about the use of force in this setting. So what this really is about it's about intimidating the free press. It's about intimidating First Amendment. We've seen this Justice Department. It really seems to have a penchant for indicting cases that it cannot convict in, from the sandwich thrower to the Jim Comey failed prosecution in the Eastern District of Virginia. This feels like more of the president's revenge agenda, even though the Attorney General says that the case was indicted on her orders. And something we're seeing increasingly from this Justice Department is that they're willing to inflict pain through the process of criminal investigation and criminal indictment upon.
Hey, this comment is really brilliant, Ramsey, and you said it perfect. Dumbass bots choosing what party they support. Both of them are corrupt and pin the people against each other. The government does not give an F about any common man or woman. Thank you. This is honesty, and this is where I'm trying to get to. I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm just right versus wrong. My colors are red, white, and blue. What are yours? And I think, again, this is interesting. Guys, listen to this again. Anybody says who lock up Don Lemon, how many of these frivolous cases don't you guys want our economy to approve? I mean, let me ask everybody a question. Are groceries more expensive where you live? Because I feel like water and power, everything has gone way up. Like, I used to go do a honey-do list for my wife. I'd go and maybe it's like 70, 75 bucks. Now it's like 100, and the grocery store is so expensive. Does anybody agree with that?
Of force or intimidation. And let's just be clear about something. No jury will convict on these charges unless there are unknown facts.
So they're saying no jury will convict on these charges. Do you guys really think Don Lemon would be arrested? And let me ask you a question. If this was Megyn Kelly, would you guys still be the same? Do you agree that don't you believe in freedom of speech? Only in the blue states, what? Yes, anyone thinks our politicians has our best interests at heart it's laughable. I think that's the problem. And they're good. They're good at convincing us this. Now, let me ask you guys a question in the comments, because I had somebody on the show who had said, housing prices, that illegal immigrants are driving housing prices up, right? And here is something President Trump said about housing prices. Listen to this.
People that own their homes, we're going to keep them wealthy. We're going to keep those prices up. We're not.
Hang on. Somebody's saying Megyn Kelly wouldn't have done that. Okay, but what if she did? Do you believe that she should be arrested also?
Going to destroy the value of their homes so that somebody that didn't work very hard can buy a home. We're going to make it easier to buy. We're going to get interest rates down. But I want to protect the people that for the first time in their lives feel good about themselves. They feel like they've,
hang on, guys, 1 second.
And I want them to understand.
Hey, Ben.
There's so much talk about, we're going to.
Oh, man, it was a big hit. I'm just on my podcast right now, though. Can I call you back in like 20 minutes?
Call me in like 90 minutes.
Perfect. I will. Yeah, it was a huge hit. I got I was hugging one of the guys. Like it was a really cool, and I bought a bunch of, tequila and all this stuff. And they were so thankful that I came there and was kind of shining light on, what Dr. Oz was lying about.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I think you probably edited it together, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it together. I just have to go to my son as his film festival today. And then as soon as I get back at like 4 o'clock, I'll edit it and then I'll send it over to you and give you a call.
Cool. Sounds
cool.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Right,
okay.
Absolutely.
Guys, that was just Ben Measless from the Midas Touch. You guys, I did my first reporting today for the Midas Touch. That's the #1 network. They beat Joe Rogan out by like 100 million. So let me give a to myself. I've been working my butt off, guys. And look, this is for everybody in America. My goal is to amplify my voice so I can be a voice for the voiceless, okay? Even you MAGAs out there, I want to speak for you as well. I want to help you guys. Thanks to Democrats, it's illegal to protest in a house of worship and intimidating worshipers. I don't know. Hey, Action Packed, how are you doing, man? Always love to have you here on the show. If they say it's okay, then every moron will be storming churches. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I mean, I don't think it's right. You know, it's hard because let me ask you guys this question. If there's any Christians out there, do you think it's odd that a Christian pastor is also a member of ICE who is deporting illegal immigrants? Like, the teachings of Jesus are to accept everybody. I mean, are there any limitations or restrictions to Jesus' teaching? You know what I mean? Is it like, is there a loophole? Like, well, you know, Jesus loves you as long as, you know what I mean? He literally cleaned the feet of homeless people. You know what I mean? So I think it's very interesting to see. Now, Trump wants housing prices to go up, which I kind of agree. I'm a homeowner. I don't mind if prices go up because then I have more money in the bank.
Housing prices down. I don't want to drive housing prices down. I want to drive housing prices up for people that own their homes.
Thank you.
Prices down. I don't want to drive housing prices down. I want to drive housing prices up for people that own their homes. And
Jesus' whole family were immigrants. Exactly. I thought you people were all about separation of church and state. Yeah, that's true. I'm about separation of church and state for sure. Jesus. Oh, that's funny. Jesus says, obey the law, Bruce. Where in the Bible did it say that? I just want to know. Let my people go when Moses went to Egypt. Let my people go. Jesus literally broke the law at the temple to tip over the money lenders' tables. I'm not sure what that means. Was Jesus obeying the law when he flipped the tables in the temple? Being ICE would not break Christian laws. Jesus understands laws. I mean, this is kind of, how do you know? Do you, I mean, that's the funny part. Jesus is one of the most bastardized men in history. Like, they flip his words. It's just, do unto others as you would want done to yourself. I think that's simple there. What is odd about deciding if storming a church is bad or not? You were sounding as intelligent as a box of rocks. Guys, I never said it was right to storm their church service, right? But I think Don Lemon just reporting on it, I don't think they're going to be able to hold these charges. That's what I'm saying. Jesus was arrested and killed for breaking the law. Thank you. That's very true. You know, Jesus was a rebel. Jesus, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus was a radical. Jesus probably would have been a liberal. Do you guys think Jesus would be liberal or a Republican? Or he probably wouldn't be either. He's like, I'm Jesus, bro. I wear the white robe. I don't wear red and blue colors. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jesus was killed for that. I got a better question. Should ICE agents be KKK members? Well, they did show, there was leaked papers that said Enrique Tarrio, the head of the Proud Boys, is actually part of ICE. So that's why, I mean, a lot of people say all those J6ers that got released, are a lot of them are in ICE. So that's what's kind of scary about this. You're going to comment on Christ if you know him. Okay. Romans 13. Oh, here we go. Romans 13. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no more power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Thank you very much, Bruce. Jesus was technically a criminal. Yeah, I think you're right. Jesus wasn't white. Thank you. Big facts. Jesus was black. That's the hardest part. Like, do any of you guys out there realize that Jesus was black? He broke the Face Act. That's what a lot of people are saying. I've heard this, Jedi. Thank you. But what I've seen and what this woman was explaining, I'll pull this up again, is that the Face Act, you have to commit violence. And I don't know if Don Lemon, it says engaged in planning or violence. Let's listen to this again. This is somebody smarter about this than I am.
Of healthcare clinics as well as to religious spaces.
Here we go.
These are charges that I have indicted, but not frequently. No federal prosecutor uses these with frequency because they require, in the case of the civil rights charge, a level of intent. In the case of the Face Act violation, which applies to reproductive health care clinics as well as to religious spaces, it requires the use of force or intimidation.
You think Jesus would be a conservative? Obviously, you don't study Jesus.
And let's just be clear about something. No jury will convict on these charges unless there are unknown facts about the use of force in this setting. So what this really is it's about intimidating the free press. It's about intimidating First Amendment. We've seen this Justice Department. It really seems to have a penchant for indicting cases that it cannot convict in, from the sandwich thrower to the Jim Comey failed prosecution in the Eastern District of Virginia. This feels like more of the president's revenge agenda.
I love that. Rage Against the Machine is actually doing a free concert in Minnesota. Some of those that work forces are also the ones that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the ones that burn crosses. Wow. You know what I mean? I love Rage Against the Machine. Don't mock God. Okay. I'm not sure anybody did. Are you cool? Thank you so much, Isaiah. Law of the land. Now for someone to come onto the country who can come in and receive up to $3,800 a month with other benefits, while actual citizens on Social Security that get average. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying there. Thank you though. Who cares what color he was? He's Jesus. Well, there's a lot of I mean, what's weird though, have you ever gone into a church? My wife is Catholic. I'm Jewish. We're cashews. I've never been in a church with my wife anywhere and seen an accurate Jesus. Have you ever been in a church and seen a black Jesus? I haven't either. I do a funny joke where I'm like, it's hard going to church with my wife. Sometimes I'm the only Jewish guy in there, but it's hard looking at the only other Jewish guy hanging from the wall. Jesus. I mean, come on. That's funny. Proud Boys, KKK members, and Oath Keepers, they're all ICE agents. That is why after January 6th, the president told all three groups to stand down, but stand by in that creepy. Oh, that's a good point. I've never thought about that. Also, Trump said, just vote for me once, just vote once, and that's all. We just need it one more time, and you'll never have to vote again. Does anybody want to not have to vote again? How would you guys feel if a Democratic president told you that you'll never have to vote again, and MAGA, you'll never get to vote again, and you'll have to deal with Democrats forever? Wouldn't you freak the fuck out? I know I would. White guy, what does that mean? Jesus turned the tables over because they were defiling his father's house, prostitutes selling themselves in the temple. Yikes, a brothel. Yeah, Christ was black, Revelation 1:14 through 15, but what's that got to do with anything? Well, I think what it has to do with, like, for example, I have a black female friend I had talked to a couple weeks ago, and she told me she grew up thinking that that God was white. And can you imagine how damaging that would be for, say, a black female or really male, anybody who, if you think God is white, well, where does that leave you if you're black? That puts you in second, right? And then that tells white men that we're chosen, that we're God. We're the closest to God if God was white. So obviously, God isn't a man. God isn't a woman. I don't believe that. My belief in God is that God is the sun. God is the earth. God is everything living, the plants, us. We are our own temple. We all are God. We have God within us because we're breathing the breath of the Lord. Jesus was Middle Eastern. Who cares what color he was? Jedi, the reason it's important to know what color he was Jewish, not black or white. I'm not a Jewish guy who thinks of Judaism as a race. I think of it as a religion. I mean, look at me. I'm Jewish, but who's gonna say, oh no, he's not white. I'm white, guys. I'm look at me. I'm crackerish cracker as they come. I'm saltine. I'm a Ritz cracker. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them. Yeah, I'm not dark. You'll never find the Bible, white people. I don't know. Yes, he would be a conservative. Can you please tell me how you guys think Jesus would be a conservative? That's pretty funny. I follow Christ and study the Bible. Thank you, Patrick. So, Patrick, will you tell me, Jesus accepted all people? Is that correct? Do you think Jesus would be in favor of deporting people who were suffering? Don't you think he'd be more sympathetic to this? I don't know. Title 18 USC, yeah. It's a crime to assault, resist, oppose, impede, intimidate, or interfere with the federal officers or employees. I know, guys, that's what everybody's saying. The USC 11111. But this is not. They're saying Don Lemon, it would be the FACE Act, right? But he wasn't being violent, and he didn't plan violence. Not at yeah, no, I don't think Jesus would not be a Democrat. He wouldn't be a libtard or a Republican tard. No, he's better than that. He's bigger than that. It's bigger than me. You know what I mean? Like Migos says, no one who believes in Jesus know he was Middle Eastern. Are you saying that people from the Middle East are black? I'm saying Jesus is not like when I had long hair, everybody's like, oh, you look like Jesus. He doesn't look like me. He looks more Dems are ungodly and immoral. Well, I will tell you, I'm not Dem. I'm not a Republican. I think they're both ungodly and immoral, to be honest with you. I mean, there's nobody, if you really think Donald Trump is a good Christian, I mean, do you? Did you see the report that just came out too? Oh my God, the Epstein files, they released 3 million files today. And there is a report where Donald Trump, I mean, this is not looking good, guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. Donald Trump, where is it? Oh my God. I mean, guys, are you guys, can you tell me something? If, and whatever politician is on that Epstein list, let them all go down. But are you guys prepared that if Donald Trump really did all these terrible things to a 13-year-olds and everything, will you guys abandon him then? Is there any limit? Here's some of the latest disclosures of the Epstein files. Let me read. This is crazy. This production may include fake or falsely submitted images, of course. Is fake. If it's bad about Trump, it's fake. If it's about Clinton, it's real. Let's see. I'm going to get to the point where an underage girl was allegedly forced to perform an S act with Trump about 35 years ago in New Jersey. The document states the girl was said to be about 13 or 14 at the time. I have a 13-year-old daughter. Maybe some of you guys do out here. That's just disgusting. I don't protect pedophiles, period. So I will say, I don't care who you are on this planet. If you have hurt young children, you deserve to go to prison and you will be killed in prison by the prisoners. Even prisoners agree, right, that pedophiles get killed. She was 13 or 14 at the time, and that federal authorities forwarded the lead to FBI's Washington office for follow-up. The records do not indicate whether investigators were able to substantiate the account or interview the alleged victim. Other entries outlaying allegations investigators said they could not corroborate or deem not credible, including a claim from a woman who alleged she witnessed a S trafficking operation at a Trump golf course in California in the mid-1990s. Another complaint, which did not include contact information for the accuser, alleges that so-called calendar. This is disgusting, guys. It alleges that so-called calendar girls. This is disgusting. So-called calendar girls parties at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort involved the S exploitation of children. Oh, Lord, I can't even say these words. According to the complaint, Epstein brought them to the gatherings and Trump allegedly auctioned them off with them subjected to S explicit examinations and ratings. Apparently, allegations of S abuse involving Trump dating back to the 1980s, including claims investigators said that they were unable to pursue after failing to contact the complaints. They were even saying that they used to, I can't even talk about half this stuff. It's so disgusting. Yes, Jesus is above politics. What do you guys think? If he is on that list, are you guys prepared for it? I'm prepared to let go of anybody. Well, yeah, I don't know. All I know is, I'm more upset with people who attack our Capitol compared to a Walgreens, but that's just me. Your vote never mattered. Yeah, sometimes it feels like that. It matters because the false prophets can bewitch you. Yes, that is amazing. Like in Redemption song, he says, they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look. Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Okay. Yeah, right. You have a black friend. Actually, I have more than that, Bobby. I actually don't even have many white friends. Yeah, you're right. I don't have any black friends. I live in Los Angeles, man. I mean, you cannot live in LA and not have like literally every single culture of friend I have out here. Now, when I lived in St. Louis and it was white and black, it was just very, very crispy crackerish, you know. They were selling animals in the temple. They turned the temple into the money exchange place instead of the temple. God bless America. The weekend we can have these problems. Yep. He said, never lose a douche liberal. Thanks, douchey douche. Jesus turned over the tables in the temple because they were gambling, not prostitution. Read your Bible. Thank you for correcting that earlier comment somebody had. We are not God, you fool. I think we are God. We're all living, breathing light. What do you mean? We're all God. We're all children of God. We're made of this amazing energy, right? And that's just my opinion. Obviously, you can have your own as well. That's what's beautiful about this country. That's good Jewish side coming out saying we are all God. I mean, we are all God. That's why I want to be tax exempt. You know, my body's a temple. I just drove by a Scientology building the other day. Those dudes are just, what a racket. I just don't think that these churches and temples and all should have tax free, man. Our body's a temple. We should not be taxed. Am I right? Jesus did not accept all people. He offered salvation to all. We have to choose it. Oh, so Jesus did not accept everyone. I didn't know that. Jesus would be in favor of law and order. I didn't know that. How did you, where does it say that in the Bible? Don't resist the Epstein regime as they deport children. He wasn't wrong in any way. He was reporting protected by the First Amendment. Good Lord. Yeah, Jenny, I tend to agree with you. I worship God and Jesus and not the creation, but the creator. Well, here's my thing too. I mean, everybody always says, oh, God is a man, but women create life on earth. So that's why I feel like women are God personally. Anyway, let's keep it going.
Even though the Attorney General says that the case was indicted on her orders, and something we're seeing increasingly from this Justice Department is that they're willing to inflict pain through the process of criminal investigation and criminal indictment upon people that they perceive as enemies, even in cases where a conviction is very unlikely.
We've now.
Somebody said Trump is daddy. I think that's so odd. I would never call the only daddy is my daddy, right? And your daddy. That's kind of weird, man. I never would have any president then call him my daddy. No, thank you. The people defending a pedophile calling themselves godly. That is hilarious. Guys, I'm just saying. Anybody, would Jesus are you a Zionist Jew? No. No. I will say that. Now, a lot of people might not like to hear me say that, but no, I am not. I am, like I said, my wife's Catholic. I'm Jewish. I'm 100% Jewish. My mom's maiden name is Rubenstein. That's about as Jewish as you get. We grew up celebrating Christmas, because my dad liked, the songs and the Christmas tree and all that stuff. But no, I am not a Zionist. What's funny is people say, oh, so you don't think Israel has a right to exist? Well, yeah, as long as they're not just killing, Palestinians and stuff, like as long as we can all live in peace, but no, I am not a Zionist. Thank you for asking. But Joe Biden is a Zionist. Yuck. I saw an interview where he admitted that. Joe Biden sucks. They all suck, guys. How in the world do you paint every single Democrat or Republican with a brushstroke? Yes, I think that's why I'm shedding these gang colors, because to your point, you can't, we're all United States citizens, Here it is. Jesus is the creator of the world, and God made flesh, John 1:13. He created all, John 1:14, the world and the flesh. Yep, that fleshlight, they say. Sounds to me like you are stupid and confused. Hey, Tim, and anybody, come on the show. Here is the link in the comments. Come on to the show and, help me not be so stupid and confused. Yeah, it's appalling. I agree, Jenny. Yeah, I think that's honestly a problem. I think a lot of people, and this is not popular, are Zionists. You know what I mean? And like Netanyahu, he's disgusting. I'm rooting for the Seahawks because the what's his name? Robert Kraft loves Netanyahu. I don't like Netanyahu. I do not agree with it all. I'm not that type of Jewish person. So I've shared the Epstein jocks. Trump is not in them. Okay, cool, Patrick. So you went through all 3 million files today. That's weird because everybody is finding all this stuff in there. So let me know. Yeah, Jenny, I knew what you meant to say. Both sides are on the same team out. Yes. Robert J. Coster, thank you so much for this brilliant comment. And this is the whole point of my show, you guys. Both sides are on the same team out to distract us all from the real problem. The real problem is they just want to all make illegal stock trades and make millions and keep us fighting and distracted. That is so smart, Robert. I totally agree with you. And this is where we all need to find common ground. It's almost like we're all down here in the Colosseum, in the pit, like gladiators fighting each other. While Caesar, the politicians are just like, should they live? Should they die? We're fighting for their entertainment while they sit up there in the stands and make money. And I think the sooner we all figure out a way to find common ground and come together, the better off we all will be. Print some documents about what my dick does. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Thomas Jefferson had children with a child he owned named Sally. Yeah, Thomas Jefferson, he had a mistress named Sally. And you know what's interesting? My wife is actually related to Thomas Jefferson. And I have a little theory because she's like, she's got a little backside to her, man. I think she's got a little black in her, to be honest with you. Anyway, I'm digressulating. Jenny Banks, the finger point, it's disgusting. But him and he hit her. Yeah, all the victims from Epstein Island state Trumps never have been there. No, that's not true, Patrick. They were, I don't think that's true, but I'm just saying, Patrick, here's my question. If Trump was nowhere on those Epstein files, why would there be anything redacted? And they keep saying, he said, well, Larry Summers, Bill Clinton, I don't want to do. Why would you not want to? Why would you ever protect a pedophile? I have a 13-year-old daughter. I don't care who on this freaking earth needs to hear it, but if you touch my daughter, I will end you, right? And I think that's the energy we all need to have. If Trump is guilty, let it all come out with everyone, just like Prince Andrew. I agree, Jedi. If Bill Clinton's on there, bring him into justice. They're all BS, guys. You've shared the list. Will you share it here in the chat, Patrick? And he's not Patrick. How did you get the list, Patrick, and nobody else has it? Can you please share that? Please put it here in the comments. And again, anybody who wants to come on my show and talk to me, I'm right here. Please come talk to my face. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a good possibility of that, Jenny. Patrick, come on the show. Talk to me. Jenny, come on the show. Talk to me. We are not God, you libtard dork. Dynamite, out of sight, radical kid. That's what a dork stands for. So thank you for that win with Jimmy. Jimmy, that's just your opinion. I believe we're all God. I think anything living and breathing is God. If God created all this life, then anything, the plants, the trees are God, right? The trees literally take in our carbon dioxide and give us oxygen to breathe. That's God. Isn't that amazing? The list revolves around him. Tax exempt, right, Jedi? Do you think religion should be able to be tax exempt? Not me. Hang on one second. Chucks, what's going on?
Where are you going to get here?
I'm getting off my podcast now, and I'm going to be on my way right now. Has it started?
Well, no, but it's at 3:15, so you got to hurry up.
All right. I'm going to get off my podcast. I'll be there in a second. All right.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. I got to go to my son's film festival, guys. West Coast. No, I'm not a West Coast liberal. I'm just West Coast Sammy. Win with Jimmy. Okay. Libtard dork. Didn't you already call me a libtard dork? Jimmy, win with Jimmy. Come on on the show and call me a libtard dork to my face. There's the link to the show. You are an idiot twisting the truth. Jesus accept anyone who repeats a leave the sin behind. Okay. They're all trolls. Yeah, it's true. You are an idiot twisting the truth. Thank you. Jesus accepts you if you accept him into your heart. And I'm a Jew for Jesus. I really do. I accept the teachings of Jesus because the one thing I live by is do unto others as I want unto myself. I will always treat you how I want to be treated. Why do you deny Jesus as the Messiah? I'm not sure I remember saying that, but I know it's so silly. Like the difference in Christians, like Jews believe Jesus was just a regular man, and then Christians believe Jesus was the son of God. I mean, it's so silly, you guys. Like just a little, isn't it weird? Like that we get so hung up. I don't really have any belief on that, to be honest with you. That's why I'm Jewish, but I'm more spiritual. I tend to stay, a lot of religion, it just separates us. So I like to be part of a global energy. You know what I mean? Like I remember on 9/11, I woke up literally when the first plane hit the Twin Towers, and I had this nightmare. This is true. I was going through security at an airport and being chased by a swarm of bees. And I finally got to the security and I was yelling for help. And all these bees swarmed me and stung me at the same time. And I woke up with all this pain for a second and then turned on the TV and saw the news of the first plane hitting the World Trade Center. And I think we feel each other. I mean, don't you guys feel the energy right now of all of our turmoil, of our frustration with each other, with these political parties, frustration and lack of work? We all just want to support our families, and it's hard out there, man. It's hard being an adult. That's a weird one. I don't know if I'll put that comment up. There's more Zionist Protestants than Zionist Jews. I think that's the funniest part. I mean, and all that stuff like Jared Kushner wanting to build like Vegas at the sea on top of all those people who are killed. It's just disgusting. F Obama. Okay. Thanks for your comment. When he returns, everyone will bow. Ain't that the truth? I wish Jesus would seriously come back because we need him. We need him to sort it out. Yes, go Hawks. I was go Rams, but the Rams lost. So yeah, Bibi Netanyahu is a piece of shit. Allegedly. No, allegedly. Don't drop the soap, Don. Prison or jail. I don't think Don is going to go to prison or jail. I think he's going to get out. Trump is all over the files. Satan rules. Uh-oh. Trump had Epstein arrested in 2011 and again in 2018. Yeah. I don't know what your point is. But again, if he wasn't on the list, don't you think he would just release everything? That's what I'm so confused about. Guys, I love you guys. I really appreciate all your nice dialogue. I wish I could stay and chat longer, but I do have to get to my son's film festival. It's very important. Yes, everything is connected. I totally agree with that. And, I think it's important to be I'm on the way to my son's film festival. I filmed the movie with him. I helped make it. I edited it. My goal on this earth is just to be the best husband and father I can be to my 3 children. And I think that's all we can all do is just take care of our own family and make sure our kids, we're putting good out into the world. That's what I view the goal of just being a father is just after I'm gone, there'll be 3 humans here who represent what my wife and I meant to this world. And I'm raising 3 beautiful children that are open-minded. They're such good babies. And I think that's what's beautiful. I think that's the teaching of Jesus, teaching all of our kids, whether you're gay, whatever nationality, Mexican, Jewish, Chinese, Korean, Filipino, Thai, Somalian, Armenian, Russian, whatever, European, whatever you are, we are all humans. We all have the same color blood, and we all have one beating heart until the day we die. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for your peaceful dialogue. I'm wishing you guys all a beautiful weekend, sending light, love, health, and energy out to all you and your families, wishing you financial success, because I know times are hard and money doesn't make, money won't make you happy, but it definitely makes it easier when you can pay the bills. I love you guys. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of the world.
Can you freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?